Welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. We recently picked up a big bin of G.I. Joe vehicles and action figures. It's a childhood collection of some guy, and
really nice shape. We're
gonna try and sort through it. We've actually pulled some of the pieces out and kind of sorted some of that stuff, but we gotta, you know, put the pieces with the vehicles, combine everything. So we're gonna take a look and you know, see what we ended up coming across here. First up, we have the toss and cross bridge layer. This was one of my favorites as a kid. It could actually like set this bridge down. It's missing two guns that attach on the side. Here's one of them. That just plugs in there.
Okay.
Let's see what else we have. We have the Cobra Stun. And this is actually pretty impressive, even though this piece isn't attached properly. We'll have to play with that later.
Well, it has the flags, which are never there.
They snap off so easy. You know, one time you pretend it blew up and you roll it over, and they snapped right off. So that's pretty impressive. The only thing I see it's missing a little tail gun here, and it should have two red engine covers. I think I see over there. They kind of go on,
right?
Yeah, they go on the sides, but we got to get it attached properly in the middle for them to clip on. But
we'll just put them with
it. Oh, we have a couple small vehicles that we pulled out that were in the bottom. This is Zartan Swamp Skier. This little Dreadnok vehicle came with the figure. I don't know if we'll find a Zartan in the box, but that's a pretty rare item. It is missing the ski over here, and we do actually have the little box. You could actually take the skis off and put them on the box and put all the parts in it. And it was supposed to be like when Zartan's in his disguise, he's pulling this pile of junk with him so the Joes don't recognize him.
But he would use this to pull, right?
Right, that was like the toe strap thing for it. So the other little vehicle we pulled out already is Serpentor's air chariot. A little like a hovercraft kind of thing for him, and it's actually, there's a little control piece here that hooks on. This also should have two little fins and two like laser cannons.
Thought we had a fin. We do have a fin.
Here's the face of the snake. Everybody in the world had a Serpentor. I mean, he was the new leader of Cobra. You had to get him. He had a 5-part miniseries about his origin story, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see, the next thing we got here is the Triple T. This is the Tag-Team Terminator tank. This was Sergeant Slaughter.
We'll just refer Triple T.
Sergeant Slaughter's tank. See, here's the engine cover. And it should have another missile like that. We might have one laying here.
Little black. This one?
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
So that completes that.
So we completed it.
That was one of my favorites as a kid, having that.
Always good to complete a vehicle. We'll just set this on top of the bridge layer.
This is the Maggot. This was a large Cobra vehicle. The two halves can actually come apart, and this back cannon piece.
Hand me the cannon piece and I'll show what that does.
Yeah, I was trying to. There we go. That comes off.
And then it's got these cool legs here. This one's a little loose. Oh, that one's really loose. And then you could stand it up. Doesn't really want to stay up by itself, but
Let me get a little artillery base that way.
It's pretty cool.
This next thing is called the Havoc. There's a driver that goes this called Cross Country, and I can see it's missing some missiles, and sometimes the missiles are hard to find, although we have a set here. But no, we don't have the hubcaps for this. Over the years, through different collections we put together, we can never seem to complete Havocs. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just never...
But as a kid, I really liked it. This back feature here, it opens up and there's a little hovercraft vehicle inside it. I thought that was really neat. This was an '86 vehicle, and it was sort of like billed as the rival to the Cobra Stun, that black vehicle we looked at with the flags. So they were sort of like, you know, arch enemy vehicles.
I always like that one because you could fit like 5 figures.
Oh, it's got two gunners up here, the driver, the guy in the back. There's pegs on the sides for people. And I used to sometimes even just, after the hovercraft would go out, just like load guys into the back. It's like the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
It was a very cool vehicle. The Snowcat here. And it looks like the missile launcher actually has its clips. Those actually break off pretty easy.
We got skis, these skis. Missiles. I forget which ones are.
This one actually, it's funny. This has weapon pack parts. There was one accessory pack for the vehicles. Oh, it's got the windshield wiper.
Oh, wow.
There was one accessory pack for the vehicles, and it came with a couple of missiles and bombs for the Triple T, the Snowcat, the Devilfish, and the Tomahawk.
Okay.
And they were just in different colors, and they're really common now. Like if you go to Toy Show, you find these carded weapon packs all the time. Like I don't know if there was,
seen them.
I don't know if there was like a crate of them that got lost somewhere and found a decade later. But so these green missiles actually come from the weapon pack version. But
these are the correct ones.
yeah, those yellow ones are correct. But since I have green missiles for up here, I'm gonna put the green ones on just for.
Okay, and here's the other green ones.
Yeah, there we go. So we have a complete set of weapon pack weapons. But, you know, at least it gives you
Usually we have the missiles for those when we get them.
It's not real... Yeah, it's not a very hard vehicle to find. It's hard to find complete.
Yeah, because of the windshield wiper.
The windshield wiper.
They are always broken.
And this has a driver named Frostbite, who's a Joe Arctic Trooper. Let's see here. Actually got two hooked together here. This is looks like the bottom to this also. So this kid maybe had two of this at one point. This is the Howl. The heavy artillery laser is actually an 82, 83 vehicle. It could lift up like that, even though it sounds like it's braking. It's just like a ribbed thing in the inside that makes that noise.
Give you some cool noise.
Yeah. And
Does that come with anything else?
Well, it has a little computer terminal. I've got brown thing right there, actually.
This.
There. That plugs in the side. This is actually missing very often. Plugs in right there on the side. And this is one of the few towable vehicles. You know, we didn't get a lot of those. But it doesn't self-propel. You hook it up to the back of
all the vehicles have
they all have
tow spots on them, but
pretty
almost
much
nothing to
yeah,
tow.
there were only a handful of tow vehicles. There's one other little thing, a green foot. I don't know if we had it. Oh, here it is. And that came with a driver. Not Grand Slam. What's the other guy? Oh yeah, Grand Slam. I'm sorry. The guy with the red pads on his chest. There was Flash, who looks just like Grand Slam. They both have red pads, and then they reissued Grand Slam with silver pads with the jetpack. We got the Dreadnok motorcycle, and this was actually a pretty neat vehicle. They didn't do the color change thing on this one.
It always reminded me of Biker Mice from Mars.
Yes.
It just looks like it would be a Biker Mice vehicle.
It does look like that kind of thing. It's got these little side shield things, purple gun. It's got these pipes that go underneath there. It's complete, right? We got the missiles.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so this one's totally there. But one of the kind of famous pieces of artwork from this, the sticker that caught on as a G.I. Joe emblem, then was this flaming skull Dreadnok's logo.
Oh.
And that's used in a lot of like fan art type stuff for G.I. Joe after it came out on this vehicle. So it's kind of a neat piece. A couple other Dreadnok vehicles. We had two Swamp Fires. This was a color change helicopter / boat. It was like
hopefully
pontoon.
Between the two we can make one.
Yeah, this one looks broken. The rotor blade looks snapped off, and this one, we got some parts here. Here's a blade. I wonder if it'll balance, because this is like really...
Yeah.
It might even just be bent or something, I'm not sure. But there's a blade for it.
We have the extra pontoon.
Oh yeah, look, it was just off balance. Pontoon.
And we got two guns.
Two guns, one for each. So we got a complete one, and then a almost complete one, but you know, never repairable. These are kind of fragile. They weren't one of the. A lot of Joe stuff's very rugged, but this thing was not really. What else we have here?
Space anyway.
Yeah, we got the watchtower thing. This isn't really that interesting, but here's the Ram motorcycle. This is my all-time favorite G.I. Joe vehicle.
You got what, like 30 of them?
Probably. We had to do a video of my Ram collection sometime. This was an 82, 83 vehicle. I don't know if we have any accessories to it. I think there might be one saddlebag. Actually, it's over there. A little tan or gray square. It's by the tan one, but the gray one. Sorry. Yeah, this thing. It comes with two saddlebags. It should have a little kickstand, and it came with like a Gatling gun sidecar. So it's not going to stand on its own, but I thought that was a cool vehicle. Similar, but not nearly as cool, as the Recon sled. This was a
weird thing.
Yeah, half tank, half I don't know. Half motorcycle. Here's a windshield. Do we have the other half the tread?
We did.
I thought we found it, but
I thought, man, it's not.
I don't know.
It's not a big deal.
There's so many parts, but this thing's actually almost complete. It needs the other half of this wheel, and there's a little tiny like antenna piece that goes there. All right, here we have the Slam. This was a little G.I. Joe vehicle, and it could spin around. And it was the arch enemy of the Cobra Pogo, little like bouncing pod thing. That
strange vehicle.
Terrible vehicle. It fell apart all the time. You like looked at it funny, and it would fall over. And this thing came with like a million of these little missiles, and I'm not sure if they were supposed to like. If you were supposed to pretend it could shoot them, or if you were pretending the Joes loaded them inside the cannon.
Yeah.
But it has like a ton of these little missiles. It looks like they might all be here. I'm not sure, but I remember taking all those missiles as a kid and just like putting them in a box somewhere and just being like, I'm gonna lose all these. I don't even want them. Just put them away. So there's the slam. Yeah, they're there. There's missiles. We got the Dreadnok Thunder Machine. This is another really cool Dreadnok vehicle. It's supposed to look like it's cobbled together from a lot of different parts. It's got like a jet engine on the back. It's missing one door here, the little flap door.
Which I don't think we have.
I didn't see it. I did always like this feature that if you pulled the ammo chain, the guns would roll. Like the Gatling gun barrels move. That was kind of neat. I wonder if he's got like a lot of the Dreadnok characters and stuff. Because I mean, definitely the vehicles represent. This is actually a part to a Battle Force 2000 vehicle, so maybe there's some more of that. This thing is the Sea Ray or Sea Spray?
Sea something.
Sea something.
It's a submarine, right?
Yeah, it's like a submarine, and it comes apart to make like a hang glider. Kind of weird. It should have these missiles go to that. They all clip on it. There was actually going to be or there was talk of making this a Tiger Force vehicle at the time, but it didn't make the cut for whatever reason. But it looks like that's going to be pretty much complete. Yeah, there you go. What else we got here? We got the Dragonfly. Unfortunately, we saw this earlier. We pulled the propeller out. The Dragonfly propeller is busted, so this vehicle is trash. I mean, we'll be able to use it as a good donor for
We got a
parts.
canopy.
Yeah, it's got a canopy. It's got the rotor blade ends. It's got the engine covers, the hoist, like winch pieces here.
Oh, we got the gun.
The gun. And actually, there's a couple missiles here to it, too. So, it's a perfect donor if we could find a good body sometime, to make a complete one. Well, this one's done. Because by the time you start trying to pry them apart to change the internal mechanisms, you're really asking for trouble. It has this feature, it doesn't even work. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, so if you try and take this apart and you mess with that mechanism, it gets really...
Does this take a missile here?
I don't think so. I think you could actually put the guy on it or something, like a
screwdriver.
screwdriver.
So it's like, okay.
Right underneath.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's complete, I think.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
The two more missiles go on the sides there.
Yeah, that's why I asked about the bottom.
Okay.
I figured they went somewhere.
And then here's the Cobra ASP. This is a towable vehicle. It's missing
I saw a foot.
Oh, you have a foot?
Or no, I saw this.
Oh, the blue blast shield. Okay, well those are just as hard to find. It has two little feet and these little blast shields, and it's a little towable, laser gun station. Very similar to the HAL.
Yeah.
The missile defense system. This is a little battlefield, accessory kind of thing. Pretty simple, but these were kind of fun. Little things to give you some play features. This thing came with like big orange missiles. I think we only had the one though, right?
It's the only one I saw.
Yeah, so
it's supposed to come with two.
HAL laser, or no, the Law. Sorry, wait, we already found the HAL. This has a big. Oh, here it is. The big gun cannon thing here.
I was wondering what that went to.
Yeah. So this is another one of these battlefield accessory things where, it's just a little mini playset kind of thing for your.
Which was awesome, like with Star Wars, the Hoth playset, and
right.
They were always great to have because you have some form of a base.
Cheap, inexpensive, and I always
liked the 82 Command Center, and you had them outside
it. Match it would
look great.
And you could kind of build your own, like if you had blocks or something, you could build a block thing, put the cannon on the roof or whatever.
With Legos.
Yeah, anything like that. It's fun. Here's the Mountain Howitzer, another towable artillery thing. We probably have all the towable.
And is it that one or the other one that with the 82 Command Center? It fits through the door.
That's the tank. Fits,
oh, the tank.
And the Jeep fits through it.
Okay.
Here's the Cobra water moccasin. This is a little Cobra vehicle. I always liked how the fans worked on the back.
This one's that snake theme.
Yeah, the Copperhead's the driver, the moccasin. It is actually chipped right here. So this one may become a donor, although I think you can change the turret. It's a little tricky to get it out. But we actually have a ton of parts here. There's this windshield goes in the front. These fins go on the back somehow. They attach to this piece here. These are actually some kind of fragile parts.
Yeah, they have the almost the same piece on the whale.
Yeah, only those are even skinnier and more fragile. But yeah, I'm not going to clip this on completely. But that hooks on the back. There's some engine covers here. So this thing actually
looks like
might be complete.
Yeah.
Oh, this goes to the motorcycle. When we were doing a quick sort at the beginning, we put it with this because it kind of matches in colors. But this has the seat. Weird.
I know.
Maybe they had two of that at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's
Big,
the same seat.
Big Dreadnok fans. All right, so that's...
Maybe it was two brothers, and sometimes they got the same vehicle.
Okay, here's the rest of that Battle Force 2000 vehicle. This is the Vindicator. I think we have the back propeller thing there.
Here you go.
It was a like a hovercraft type of vehicle, I guess.
It was Battle Force 2000.
Yeah, they were all
There's no need to
futuristic.
explain it.
But this makes the future fortress. It combines with the other six vehicles to make this goofy battle suit. And it's basically like this, how they're all just pushed up against each other. They didn't connect. It was just, here, put this around each other and call it a base. So that's the Vindicator. That looks a little rough. We might be missing some parts there. Here we have the Shark. This is Deep Six's vehicle. It's funny. This is like the sea spray thing. It's like a jet slash submarine. They kind of came back to these ideas. It's got a windshield here, which is in good shape, which is good. Actually, one of two toys that I broke when I moved to my house was this. I was like taking it off the shelf, and it just like went out of my hand and it just blew up into a million pieces on the floor. Actually, got one off of you though. A while ago, but that was I had two like catastrophic disasters in moving.
Well, that's the worst thing that happened.
Yeah, that I broke my Shark.
Yeah.
It's got two little missiles that go on the bottom there. I always liked the pegs are also backpack pegs, so you could hook guys to it.
Okay.
So like your scuba divers could ride it. And it does have these little slider things that make the guns pop up.
And they seem to work really well.
Yeah, it's got the engine cover. So this is actually complete. That's nice, you know. Not a hard vehicle to find, but
it's always good
I'll take a complete vehicle.
Yeah.
Here's a bigger one, actually. This is the Cobra Night Raven.
There's a piece to a guy. I wonder if we have that dude.
Oh. Huh. We'll see. Throw it back in the bin for now. Here's the Cobra Night Raven. This was based on the SR-71 Blackbird, which was
the coolest plane when we were kids.
It's the X-Men's jet's based on it, you know, everything. So this is obviously missing a lot of parts.
We have these.
We got some missiles. There is a fin here for it, but let's see if the landing gear works, because there's a lot of shells you just throw out because the landing gear doesn't work.
If the landing gear doesn't work,
So here we go. All right, we're missing gear
and a wheel,
but the mechanism works.
So it's worth replacing that.
Yeah, it's got the bombs inside the rack there. We need the little cockpit piece. This was kind of an unusual thing. Most of the G.I. Joe vehicles, the windshields would pop open.
Yeah.
This it actually lowered. So there's the one vehicle that guys could actually get into.
And we're missing the little jet that goes on top.
The drone. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, it has a drone that you can put a guy in that launches off the back. Not very SR-71 accurate with that part, but very cool anyway. All right, so we got that, and yeah, we have a handful of parts.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit before we patch that one all together. Phantom X-19, this was like the stealth bomber, and it was the Joe vehicle. You could put two pilots inside. It should have like
I thought we had
little side pieces. It might be here somewhere. I don't think we have.
We have one of the.
Yeah, these little propeller bombs. They fit on the bottom here.
Okay. Like
that, and we'll check the landing gear. There's a little pull tab here. Oh,
wow.
Nice. That mechanism works really well still.
I swear, this kid never played with his toys.
And I think there's like an engine cover piece here that goes on it too.
Oh, so, really?
This isn't in bad shape. This is good enough with a cleaning. You could use it as a good starter
if you can get the parts,
repairing one. It's actually fairly common because it's like a
later vehicle.
Late 80s, early 90s. You know, where they're not too hard to find. Before the line died, but
it looks like it's got the
seat belts. Yeah, those are even tricky to find sometimes. So that's cool.
Put that back here.
The driver to that, his name was Ghost Rider, which is also a Marvel character. And Larry Hama, the guy that wrote all the comic books, hated to have a Joe named after a Marvel hero.
Yeah.
So he made it a point. There's 200 issues of G.I. Joe comics, and they've never once referred to him by name. Everybody forgets his name, which is funny because he's the stealth pilot.
Yeah.
So everyone's always like, "Oh, what's his name? You know, the guy that flies the stealth fighter." You know, and then and they've never had him correct anybody either. He just is always like mad that they don't know his name, but he never is like, "It's Ghost Rider," you know?
Yeah.
Because they just never referenced it in the comics. Let's see, we're getting to the bottom here. We got Zanzibar's sail skiff thing. He's the Dreadnok pirate. He had the rooted hair, the real ponytail thing. This is in pretty bad shape, but it should have some little yellow guns on the front, and this thing actually goes to it. Oops. It's like propeller piece. There's like a little fan blade that goes in the middle there, I think.
Oh, okay.
It has little yellow guns, and it came with like a mallet and a not a lance, but like a spear, or some kind of weapons that slid in the side that, you know, you could put with him or put with the vehicle. It's kind of like...
You know what I usually do with vehicles like this? Take these off and you go, see
yeah,
ya.
let's get rid of that. Let's see, we got the APC, the Amphibious Personnel Carrier. This is actually
one of the
floats in water.
coolest.
That's definitely one of the coolest. Early vehicle, like 1983. It has all the clips still on the cover because those break off sometimes from fatigue.
You gotta squeeze it in.
So let's see. It should
See
have
if it's got the
seatbelts.
seatbelt and steering wheel.
Alright, it's got one seatbelt here.
It's got the steering wheel.
It's got the steering wheel. Pull that off. Oh, there you go, steering wheel.
It's got one of the
One seatbelt thing.
thing.
I mean, this thing can hold probably more Joes than even existed at the time.
Yeah, I think there was 10 original guys and
Yeah.
a couple bad guys,
10.
but you wouldn't have them in there.
Right, so you'd have your 10 Joes in here, and then this came out in 83, so you would have a few extras, like they had, like Snow Job and Doc and, you know,
Yeah.
like maybe another 5. So there might have been 15
Maybe they
Joes.
wanted you to bring some of your Star Wars characters along.
Maybe, or they were just thinking
Luke
ahead, like they
Skywalker.
knew you're gonna fill it up. It was a really cool vehicle, I always thought. Even though it doesn't have a lot of firepower, it just is, it's realistic,
Yeah.
it's useful.
And a lot of the early 82, 83 stuff was like real military vehicles.
With just a little craziness,
Yeah.
like a jetpack and then a Jeep.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that's a great vehicle. Let's see. Oh, we got the Boar, another one of my classic favorites.
Yeah.
Totally ridiculous, but...
You use it in animation...
Animation creation?
creation,
Yeah. There's a stop motion series that I did a long time ago, and one of my friends drives this thing and actually saws a vehicle in half. We cut like a toy truck in half and then animated it getting split apart, so it's kind of a fun scene. We have the Pocket Patrol. Everybody's got to have a Pocket Patrol.
You gotta have one of those.
Background, so really you just put it on your belt and carry 3 figures with you wherever you go. Kind of like the Chewbacca bandolier
I love
carrier
that as
thing
a
as a
kid.
kid, you know? What else we got? We got the Cobra jetpack. That, is this the last thing? Oh, got to the bottom of the bin. Let's move that guy down.
Let's move this.
The last thing we have here is called the Mad Dog. It's very similar to the Maggot. It's like a 3-part vehicle that comes apart. So it's got a front piece, the back piece, and then the gun turret piece can come off. And
Do you have the legs?
there are some pieces here. I don't know if we have the complete set of legs, but it forms like a little tripod with these. But it can stand up on its own if you have all the little fins for it. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it just because it's gonna be
Are
boring.
these the other ones?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But this piece, you pull this back section apart, it slides back, and then this front. I don't know how kids were supposed to take this thing apart. It's really tight. But oops, sorry, Buzzbore. So then the front piece drives around like this. Here's the back piece, and this. I mean, it's got everything. Look at all the missiles it's got with it.
Wow.
You know, if it's got all the blades to that turret, it's complete. So that's pretty impressive.
There we go. Oh,
The stand.
is it missing one? Oh,
Yeah, it might be. Oh, there's one leg still there. So, I mean, we still have some parts on the table. There's still some stuff in the bottom of this box. We tried to pull out the vehicle parts, but there may be some stuff mixed in with the figures. We have a lot of figures to go through still.
Apparently it didn't work so well.
Oh, well.
Whatever.
We might not have it totally assembled correctly or something.
Yeah,
it
I
might be
probably
upside
did it
down. I don't
backwards.
even know. But, you know, we still have some stuff to sort through. We're going to make a second video that is the figures from this lot. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave us a comment or hit the like button if you'd like to see more of this kind of thing.
Yeah, let us know what you liked, didn't like. We'd really like to hear your comments.
Yeah, I mean, if the stories are too much, like you know the history of all the vehicles and you want us to just show you what we found, let us know how we can make these videos better. But, you know, make sure you hit the subscribe button and check us out here on Super Exciting Outrageous Toy Review again.
Thanks, guys.